promotion on his back with that title around his waist. He has really made a statement as the champion.
Yeah, depending on who you ask, there's different definitions of the word veteran. And for Douglas James, I don't know if he fits any of them. He's really a young guy, new to the industry.
Wrestling fans watching around the world and here in Wilmington at the PCW Arena. This contest is a one-fall match with a 60-minute time limit. It is for the PCW Ultra Light Heavyweight Championship. Your official in charge of the action once the bell rings is Rick Knox. Introducing first, your challenger from the Isle of Sheppey, Kent, England, weighing 13.5 stone. He is the technical wizard, Zack Sabre Jr. His opponent is our current reigning and defending PCW Ultra Light Heavyweight Champion, hailing from Los Angeles, weighing 177 pounds, Douglas James. One call for the PCW Light Heavyweight Championship.
You know, partner, I was saying before as we watch Rick Knox, our veteran referee, present that title to the challenger, Zack Sabre Jr., and hold it up for these great fans to see. I was basically saying that DJ is not even really a veteran yet. He had some luck mixed with some skill, able to climb the ladder here, get a big victory over Mecha Wolf 450, and now he wears the crown in the light heavyweight division.
And many at the time felt that that was a big upset when Douglas James won the title over Mecha Wolf. We saw how impressive Mecha Wolf is earlier, although on the losing side of things tonight against ACH. But then Douglas James would go on to defend the title against the likes of Shane Strickland, against the likes of Leo Rush. And we know all about their accolades. And what I love is the body language of the champion. He's getting right in the face of Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah, Douglas James does not back down from a fight. You've heard me talk about it many times on our different broadcasts throughout the years. Douglas James, a former MMA fighter here in Southern California. Still, with the skills of a fighter, if you follow him on Instagram, you can actually see the bag work, still throwing mean low kicks, throwing huge right and left hands like an animal.
Well, we're seeing the ground game right now.
And that's what I'm talking about, yep.
And challenger, out of the scramble, stalemate. Great opening sequence there by both champion and challenger. Big fight feel here with the PCW Ultra Light Heavyweight title on the line.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. You have to also mention Sabre Jr. I mean, for Zack Sabre Jr., a grappling specialist, look at this. A technical wizard.
I sure hope the champ stretched out before this matchup, Christian.
Yeah, you better.
Goodness.
As we've seen Zack Sabre Jr. put on some of the most innovative, original submissions as he bridges beautifully there. And Sabre Jr. has impressed the world throughout. As my partner Todd Kennelly alluded to earlier, making stops in New Japan Pro Wrestling in the WWE. And I spoke to Zack earlier and he said, you know, mate, there's nothing like wrestling in PCW Ultra. The fans here are beautiful. They're wonderful.
It's amazing. It's like he's sitting right here.
And I said, what did you say? Speak American.
All right, will you stop? Another stalemate though. Neither challenger or champion able to get a long-lasting advantage, and a bit of a feeling out process here, but both guys showing that they can go on the ground. Cravat now.
Look at me neck crank.
Okay, that's enough. I think once was plenty. Thank you. Into the snap mare, rear waist lock. Out the back door goes the champ, and into the hammer lock. And now it's Douglas James, the champion, really wrenching on the challenger.
Yeah, ZSJ now in some big trouble here. but he's usually able to find his way out of this, trying now to control the neck of Douglas James and able to spin out. Of course, Douglas James, the champion, wearing the green and gold. Zack Sabre Jr. wearing the black and white with the British flag. And this, Todd, ends up being about a lot more than just this title. It's about the pride of the hometown hero, Douglas James, being here from Los Angeles versus the international star, and it's kind of Britain versus America.
Sure is. Total control now by the challenger. And it just, the way he transitions into these submission attempts and controlling his opponent, I mean, it's so fluid. It's almost like he's underwater. It's kind of reminiscent of Timothy Thatcher. I mean, he's going to rip those arms off the body of the champion.
Your arms are not supposed to bend that way. And if Zack Sabre Jr. continues to work on the shoulders and elbows of the champion Douglas James, he might walk out with the title.
Nice counter there, though, by the champion to create some distance, which is something he needs. Steps off the head scissor takedown. And a bit of a flurry here by the champ. Springboard, arm drag. Great back and forth action thus far. Equally matched top wrist lock with authority by the challenger, but a nice counter again by DJ.
Up and over goes DJ. Blocked by Sabre Jr., wow.
Couldn't block the leg sweep, however. And a nice helo in from the outside. Rolling through into the elbow drop. Man, he caught him flush on the chest there. And you can see that one registered to the challenger.
Yeah, you can see it on the face of Zack Sabre Jr., confused at the speed of Douglas James, wondering how can I slow down this champion and walk out stealing that title.
Sabre Jr. laboring to catch a breath there. Counters though again. Oh, and really wrenching the neck. Wow. Challenger really knows how to use his body as a weapon.
And that's something I actually haven't seen before. Putting both feet on the sides of DJ's head and just sort of twisting in the air. It's almost like a neck breaker administered by his feet.
Well, he could open a bottle for you, couldn't he? I mean, my gosh. And a big European uppercut. Zack Sabre Jr. won many titles in his native UK.
And what will it mean for Zack Sabre Jr. to take home the PCW Ultra Light Heavyweight Championship back to the Isle of Sheppey, Kent, England, to share with his friends?
Well, not only that, but doing it
Will
in
he
his
have team?
debut.
Will there be crumpets?
This is a great way to break a shin or an ankle. I mean, just the way he can manipulate your joints, your whole body, and referee Rick Knox right there to see if Douglas James is going to give here.
Oh my God, he's twisting his whole body into a pretzel.
DJ gets to the ropes though, and that'll break the hold, and now you can see the pain. I mean, just the pressure that was put on the shoulders of the champion, just unearthly.
Kudos to Zack Sabre Jr. for just breaking that hold as soon as they got caught up in the ropes. He's not one of those guys that wants to use 5 seconds. He wants to win this match in the middle of the ring, and he's now cutting down the champion, and that left knee of Douglas James is starting to really bother him. He's bringing in the ref.
Yeah, it was a pinpoint drop kick there by Sabre Jr., cutting like a saber.
Rick Knox has to be really careful here. I know it's a title match. I know this light heavyweight championship means everything to Douglas James. But if you're Rick Knox, you don't want him to get injured here and ruin the next 15 to 20 years of this kid's career. It's just not worth it.
Douglas James digging down deep, trying to fight back, trying to transition to strikes it.
And that,
excuse me.
Yeah, that right leg is on ice, Todd Kennelly. If you see, as he took that big European uppercut, usually able to stand and withstand through those battles, but that right leg just kicked out from underneath him and he hit the floor. He hit the mat.
Well, not only that, I mean, with that leg compromised, he doesn't have the strength behind his strikes as well. Hard to have that foundation. Sabre Jr. starts to toy with the champion a bit here, though, and I don't know if I condone that.
Yeah, if you're Zack Sabre Jr., you need to stay on him. There's a reason that Douglas James is the PCW Light Heavyweight Champion. And if you're fighting him, you got to put him away immediately.
Well, and there's a reason
Look at those.
that the mantra of the champion is never say die. And he's proven it now. A flurry of strikes, shot after shot by the champion, trying to pick up the
go
pace.
behind.
But runs right. Oh, man, look at this.
Wow, wow, wow. The kids at home, you want to be a professional wrestler?
And now into a crucifix. So the transitions again, a thing of beauty by the
If
challenger.
you're studying this great sport at home, Zack Sabre Jr. is a perfect person to watch as he has mastered the craft of manipulating the joints and working the submissions around the ring. Oh man, beautiful drop kick there. Douglas James now, and the champion flies.
Champ digs down deep, going for another
Not
perhaps.
again, no!
Yeah, suicide dive to the outside. Sabre Jr. hits hard and heavy on the guardrail. Guarding absolutely nothing out there. And man, just the ability for the champion to fight back here when you see all that he's endured. The punishment that has been put on him by the challenger. Douglas James perched up top. What's he got in mind? Champion flies. Cross body.
Oof. And you could see the look on the face of Zack Sabre Jr. losing all the air. That crossbody took everything out of Zack Sabre Jr., and he's in big trouble.
Yeah. Douglas James bent his body up, almost frog splash style, and it really drove the challenger into the mat, who is prone now in the corner, and that signature drop kick delivered to the basement. Roll up, center of the ring, count of 2.
Champion Douglas James able to control the match over the last couple minutes here. But just as we said earlier about Sabre Jr., if you're James, you got to stay on. You got to put him away and preserve that championship.
Sabre Jr. has been in there with many of the greats around the world, but whenever you're in there with Douglas James, you certainly know you've been in a fight. Oh, really wrenching the arm there. Trying to pull it right out of the socket. The AC joint of the champion's got to be screaming. And that left arm, you can notice, is hanging like a piece of meat, and he uses it for a spinning back fist. Now goes upstairs with the kick. Sabre Jr.'s rocked. He looks out here, Christian.
Whoa. And that was close, Todd. Man, and these two really leaving everything in the ring. Both men exhausted already.
And fans watching at home, you know, your arm falls asleep, your foot falls asleep, it's pretty much useless. But the champion found a way to use it in a spinning back fist.
Douglas James now with that look of determination on his face. And that beautiful low kick landing right on the chest of Zack Sabre Jr.
Oh man, that one, did you see the body fly back of the challenger?
There was like a whiplash effect there.
Whole lot of concussion on that one. And this is a page out of the challenger's playbook. He's known for those penalty kicks.
Yep.
He's the one paying right now.
Yeah, it's almost as if Douglas James has looked at the footage of Zack Sabre Jr. and now wait, caught in an ankle lock here, Todd. He's in an ankle lock.
Boy, you can't give your leg up to the technical wizard. And there it is, penalty kick. Little red card for the champion.
Zack Sabre Jr., so impressive. Sort of an unassuming character. A very lean type body. But make no mistake, Zack Sabre Jr., one of the strongest, fastest, well-versed men in our industry today.
Excellent point. Yeah, he's really got that wiry strength. And he gets so much acceleration into those kicks, into those strikes, into everything he does. It really is ruthless efficiency. Running European uppercuts, never say die knee! He's put away a lot of people as the champion Douglas James.
That knee patented by the champion Douglas James.
Not electing to go for the cover, however.
Yeah, he's up on the top here. High risk maneuver. Oh wait, he's caught.
Oh man, he got caught in a
Incredible. Elbows,
now the
look at those
shots.
massive elbows.
12-6.
And that triangle's in deep. There's an arm in.
And now he's got a mounted triangle, but now the reversal again by Douglas James. into the ropes, and that might have been the only saving grace.
Oh,
And he still got the ankle. The referee, Rick Knox, going to force the break, but not without
And look at the
little
frustration.
extracurricular
The
there.
frustration now
Yes.
on Zack Sabre Jr. starting to set in as he knows the king of the light heavyweight division lays just right here in front of him, Douglas James, and he needs to take that crown and he needs to do it now.
As the champion, Douglas James, he's jumped a lot of hurdles, but this might very well be the highest. Champ and challenger.
This is what I love about
Trading
the challenger.
shots.
Zack Sabre Jr., he has that wry smile on his face.
That's what I love about the champion. He never backs down.
Yeah, both these
never
dudes,
say die.
Both these dudes are animals.
Oh, my goodness. Echoing off the walls of PCW Memorial Hall. Speaking of Memorial, this is a battle we'll never forget.
Wow, that was so fascinating to watch them exchange blows there. James now with the go behind.
Standing
Wow.
switch.
Oh no.
Nice roll up.
Oh, look at that cover.
He's got a bridge. Beautifully done there, and now that guillotine. Oh, what a counter! The guillotine by Sabre Jr. calls it the young boy killer.
Yeah, James able to power out and turn it into a standard suplex.
A bit of a brain buster as well.
Yeah,
really
sure.
spiked him.
Oh, look at that!
Frog splash.
He hit it!
Cover. Yes!
That's it!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still PCW Ultra Light Heavyweight Champion, Douglas James.
What an amazing victory, a gutsy performance by the champion, Douglas James. Once again, never say die indeed.